You know, before the company was ever organized, we developed this special juice called Tahitian noni juice in a one-car garage in Santa Clara, Utah. It was actually the one-car garage on the side of the house that my family was living in. We converted that into a makeshift laboratory. And then there was a little standalone room behind that where Steve and I officed. It was about 150 square foot office space that we officed at. But in this one-car garage, this makeshift lab that we created, or that we built, we created this juice that was later named Tahitian noni juice.
So I think it's appropriate that we're here in the lab because that's where it all started, with two food chemists searching and looking and studying, trying to find a way to help people.
I remember the very first experience with this had to do with trying to find something we could do that was good. That was it. Something we could do that was good as fathers. Something that would have an impact.
I remember getting home and researching noni instead of no-no, and finding out that this fruit was really incredible. I remember writing a business plan, first time I've ever done that in my life, to try to raise money because Steve and I couldn't place the product with an existing company.
They were an hour or two late for the meeting. We almost left, but I'm glad we stayed. And what they had to say was so intriguing.
It grabbed me immediately. Now, John was being sort of coy. He didn't want to say noni. He even called it
baga juice because we didn't want them to know what it was. And baga was actually one of the names, the common local names that is used for this fruit in parts of India.
Of course, Kim and I, after the meeting was over, we hadn't been able to talk during the meeting, but as we walked out to the car, I turned to Kim and I said, "Kim, do you feel it?"
And I did. To me, it was a feeling like I'd come home.
I almost had to literally beg Kelly to come and work for us. Kelly Olson. I just thought he's such a special man and has a special feeling for network marketing.
And I can remember walking through that warehouse, I don't know, there was 120,000 bottles or something like that, wondering if we would ever sell all of that juice. But it actually became quite apparent that we would. We experienced a miracle here today. We just finished shipping several thousand bottles of Tahitian noni juice to people in their homes all across the United States. Those were wonderful, visionary, amazing times. We could envision thousands and thousands of people from all over the world coming to us for Tahitian noni juice.
When I think about the beginning of this company and where we're at today, I always have to go back to my experience in Tahiti. My experience of discovering this for the very first time, of researching something that nobody had ever heard about, of talking about no-no and trying to find something, any information about that word or that fruit or whatever it was at the time. My first experience in Tahiti of meeting the people and understanding the culture and starting conversations with the government about no-no, about this rich history of 2,000 years of how it's promoted good health for their people for so long. And then discovering after a very difficult time, after people laughing at me, calling me crazy, even a family member asking me to consider getting a real job to support my children. And I think of those times and the difficulty of it all, but then understanding that I've spent a lot of money, most of it Stevens, to go to Marquesas to learn that no-no was a mosquito and the fruit is really called noni. and then having an experience after that even that changed my life.
The people were so kind to us. Some of Edward's friends and relatives arranged a special party for us. Unbeknownst to us, the night before we left, they invited us to come to their home, and they had music and they had dances and they had so much fun and food prepared. It was just it was an amazing outpouring of kindness and hospitality that really grabbed my heart, and I guess I've fallen in love with Tahiti and have been ever since.
Morinda has become one of the major economical impacts on all of French Polynesia. We have made a huge impact on their financial prosperity and have helped them towards their goal of being self-sustaining. And we're very proud of this. We're very happy to see hundreds of families pick together as they pick the fruit together and be able to send the fruit to Tahiti from the other islands, and where they get paid cash.
You know, it's interesting. When I had that experience in Nukuhiva so many years ago, that experience that still I'm reminded of every day, which gives me strength and drives me even to today. It's interesting that I felt this product would bless the whole world. And then we went back to our little laboratory, one-car garage laboratory, and started working on developing a product. And even from those humble beginnings, it has now expanded to the edges of the earth.